Well, this morning, a special ceremony at the Idaho State Veterans Home honoring more than 24 Korean War veterans with medals and certificates of service. The Ambassador for Peace Commemorative Medal is an expression of appreciation from the Korean government to American servicemen and women who served in the Korean War.
Well, the freedoms that we have today as Americans and all free people throughout the world aren't just based on the military that we have today, but it's the military and their efforts and the wars that they fought throughout time to give us the freedoms that we have today.
The Ambassador for Peace Medal was first presented to veterans as a special memento for those who returned to South Korea through the Revisit program. That honor has since expanded to veterans who are unable to visit Korea. Well, turning now to weather, Steve Liebenthal will join us with a look at the On Your Side forecast and a pretty warm day outside, Steve.
Yeah, another warm one, and it doesn't look like anything's really going to change. At least we're not in the triple digits, but we are in the 90s once again in most valley locations. No clouds really to speak of. There have been a few billowing up over the mountains to the east, and in fact there are some thunderstorms to the east of Stanley around Salmon and Chalice, that area. 93 degrees right now at the Boise Airport. There is a breeze out of the north-northwest. 13 miles per hour. Will be a little less breezy tomorrow than today. There's Mountain Home at 95 degrees. It's 96 in Ontario and low 80s so far in the mountains. All of these temperatures will probably go up another degree or two over the next hour or so. But again, no cloud cover in southwestern Idaho. There are those thunderstorms I was talking about east of Stanley going off into Montana. There's a fire weather watch just across the border in Montana, but none of that in our viewing area. Tomorrow we'll start out around 60 degrees at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then those temperatures doing pretty much what they did today, quickly racing through the 70s, 80s, and into the mid-90s. We're expecting an afternoon high tomorrow of 96, and we'll take a look at whether that will continue in just a few minutes.
Alrighty, thank you, Steve. Well, the Basque Block in downtown Boise is bustling this weekend with one of the biggest parties of the year. The San Ignacio Basque Festival fills Broad Street between 6th and Capitol with live music, Basque dancers, and the sweet smell of authentic Basque cuisine. People can also learn about the history of Basque culture in Boise. The festival has been a staple to the Boise Basque community for the past 25 years.
It's important for the Basque community to keep their culture going for future generations, and it's a great opportunity to share that culture and parts of the culture with the community as a whole and celebrate the uniqueness of Boise.
The party is far from over. A street dance will run tonight until 1 a.m. and festivities will continue tomorrow with a family picnic at Kristen Armstrong Park. For more event details, just click on this story on our website, 6onyourside.com. The city of Meridian is celebrating its newest park with a grand opening this afternoon. Discovery Park is now open for families in South Meridian on Lake Hazel Road between Locust Grove and Eagle. Aside from the typical playground features, the park highlights educational features, encouraging kids to learn about Idaho while they're exploring.
She loves to get dirty, so that wet sand pit was awesome. And then the splash pad to clean it all off. And the conveyor slides is a new thing we've never seen, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looks fun. The entire 77-acre park will be done in phases over the next decade to eventually add a zip line, 2 softball fields, a stage, and an off-leash dog park. Well, in other park news, the Nampa community had a blast today at the brand new Midway Park. Once complete, that 52-acre recreation space will be the largest in Nampa. Today's Experience Midway event celebrated the completion of the first phase of the park, which includes baseball and softball fields, outdoor pickleball courts, and a large playground, of course. Future development will also include a fitness trail, a splash pad, and more recreation fields. Day 3 of the Canyon County Fair is underway today, and people from all across the Treasure Valley are flocking to Caldwell to get in on the fun. The fair, from fair food and agricultural activities to carnival rides and live music, there is something for everyone in the family. Tonight's highlights include an animal costume contest, magicians and hypnotists, and a balloon stunt show. The excitement continues until Sunday at 9 o'clock. Well, after a tragic loss, a Treasure Valley family is celebrating the life of their loved one and others. Families got together for a festival in Nampa today meant to bring the community together. 6 on Your Side's Anna Silver joins us live in studio with more and tonight's Finding Hope.
Well, after her sister Kim was killed in a domestic violence attack in March of 2018, Chelsea Larson says she wanted to organize the event as a celebration of life. They opened it up to the public with a festival theme and had about 300 people the first time from the community show up. Now they've expanded on that with more workshops and vendors. She says it's not only a celebration of life for her sister, but honoring other families who've been lost to violence and tragedy.
It's amazing. It's definitely something that we feel is needed in our community, just to have a space for connection and healing. And the feedback we've gotten so far and leading up to it has been nothing but positive.
If you would like to learn more, head to kimfest.com. Tonight at 10, join us for the full story. Live in studio, Anna Silver, 6 on your side.
Well, the rock band Built to Spill is hosting a concert tomorrow night at the Egyptian Theater with all of the benefits going to the Idaho Suicide Prevention Hotline. The center receives roughly 40 calls a day from Idahoans in need, but resources are often stretched thin. The concert is set to start Sunday at 7 p.m. Doors will open at 6. Tickets at the door will cost $25. Still ahead on 6 on your side, meet the volunteers spending their Saturday locked up in a Meridian animal shelter to raise awareness for adoption needs in the Treasure Valley.
6 on your side at 5:30 continues now.
Welcome back. For the third year in a row, volunteers in Meridian are living the life of shelter dogs for 24 hours. Since dinner time yesterday, they've been locked in kennels at the Meridian Canine Rescue, eating only when the dogs eat and sleeping when they sleep. As 6 on your side's Norman Kaler shows us, it's all in an effort to help these furry friends find forever homes.
This is actually the 4th time I've done this event, and it's different every single time, but I mean, it started out, I'm staying with South. He's super cuddly and just fun to be with. I was just sitting there and he was so cuddly. He was laying in my lap, and it was just kind of started getting a little misty-eyed, you know, because you're like, oh no, I have to leave you and you have to be here all by yourself. So I just want them to know what a great dog he is and what the, great dogs all of the dogs are.
And I just wanted to see behind the scenes kind of what the dogs go through, because we see them in our store, but we don't see them every day. So I just wanted to get that feeling of what they're feeling for a day. It's been amazing. Like, I'm bunked up with May, so she's just lover bug, and woke up this morning with her licking my face, so that was always nice. But just a great dog.
The reason we do this is because we love them, and if you can even give them a little bit of normalcy, where they can have somebody to love them 24 hours a day. Because I mean, we spoil them and they get a lot of love while they're here, but it's not the same as having a home. When we leave, that's one of the hard parts about this being over. When you leave, they're by themselves still. I'm sure they want a home where they can go and stay there and say, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm going to be forever.
Well, coming up on 6 on your side, this musician might look familiar. We'll have more on Marie Osmond's mission to help hungry families in need after the break.
And the heat continues coming in from the desert Southwest. How long we'll stay in the mid-90s? Coming up next.
Now, Steve Liebenthal with the On Your Side forecast.
And another hot, dry day here in southwest Idaho. All of the activity as far as showers and thunderstorms go here in the Gem State. Well to the east of us, we do see a lot of lightning strikes. There's a new one coming in with these storms. But again, this is well to the east of us. Here's Sun Valley. This is around Arco, the Arco Desert here, and around Leadore, we're seeing some thunderstorms, and then off to the Montana border. Also a lightning strike here near Salmon. So some activity in the Gem State, but not in our viewing area. Things pretty mild here. We do see just a few clouds over some mountain locations, but as you can see, we are clear in Boise, getting a little bit hazy, and that will probably continue over the next several days with the high pressure that we have. Not a lot of change as far as air quality, or as far as stagnation of air. So the air remaining very stagnant, and the air quality will probably continue to decline a little bit. Here's a look at Stanley, and as I said, those thunderstorms that we are seeing are well to the east of here. Just a few clouds popping up over Redfish Lake. Nice day in the Central Mountains with with temperatures in the low 80s. Here in valley locations, we're in the mid 90s, and that's where we'll be tomorrow and really for the foreseeable future. By 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, we're already in the mid 60s, 74 at 10 o'clock. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we're almost at 90 degrees, and then we're expecting to peak out around 96 degrees in Boise. Some places could get close to the triple digits over the next several days. Probably not quite getting there, but we will be close. And as you can see, over the next 10 days, not a lot of change coming our way. Temperatures staying just a bit above average, with the exception of Friday. Actually, that's still 1 degree above average. All of these days, the average or normal for the dates is 93 degrees. We're at the time of the year where we're at the hottest averages, and 93 is the hottest average that we have. Again, there are those thunderstorms well to the east of us. We have clear skies here in southwest Idaho and not much change in our forecast. This area of high pressure over the Four Corners just continues to pump that heat up from the desert southwest, and that's not going to change. So we'll just continue with this pattern of lots of sunshine, temperatures slightly above average, but the potential of some thunderstorms showing up by Monday morning. This is very early Monday morning, so we'll see the clouds billowing up on Sunday evening, tomorrow evening, and then the possibility of some showers and even some isolated thunderstorms around Stanley and Sun Valley as well, and then the possibility on Monday afternoon as well. So still some activity, but there's not a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, so we'll stay dry and hot here in valley locations with those afternoon highs into the mid 90s, relatively light winds. We do have a north-northwest breeze this afternoon. I don't think we'll see quite as much wind tomorrow afternoon. Same thing for the central mountains, lots of sunshine, afternoon highs in the low 80s once again at those higher elevations after morning lows right around 50 degrees. East Central Mountains, same story, sunny, light winds, 82 for Stanley tomorrow afternoon, and again the possibility of those clouds popping up late in the afternoon and evening tomorrow. Sunny in the Magic Valley, relatively light winds, afternoon highs here in the low 90s, and our extended forecast shows not much change. It's kind of boring being a weather person right now because we're in the dog days of summer and it's just hot and dry.
You're doing such a great job at it. We appreciate you.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, Steve. Well, some big names are performing at the Idaho Center today. Marie Osmond and David Archuleta came into town to share their passion for music and their passion for helping others. That concert is free to the public. Families just asked to bring a non-perishable food item to benefit local Idaho food banks.
The point of this is to say, look what we can do when we unite. 22,000 pounds of food.
We're gonna triple it this year.
They actually told us we didn't have enough place to store it. So this year they're prepared.
And such a good cause. The Still is one more show that you can catch tonight. That is at 7 o'clock. Well, if you're heading downtown this weekend, you'll see some transportation road issues, some closures near St. Luke's. Crews this weekend are going to be installing artwork at the new Idaho Elks Children's Pavilion, and those large cranes will be in the streets, so they need to put some closures in place. The northbound lanes of Avenue B between Bannock and Jefferson Streets will be closed throughout the weekend, along with east